Let's pack a bunch of Rave advent calendars. We're back for another year of our 12 Days of Trinkets Rave advent calendars. But we did move out of my office recently, so we're doing everything back out of my bedroom. So it's going to be a little bit of a hostile takeover in here, putting some boxes and trays everywhere. But I already got these first 50 packs, so I got a little bit of a groove going. So I figured I'd take you guys along with me and show you how I do these. So step one is to get all the different products sorted into their own boxes. I've been keeping all these Amazon boxes for a little while so that I could easily do this and get everything all separated, and then I wrote the number of how many go into the trays on the box. These are actual trays and boxes themselves, so we're just going to separate all the trays and start to stack them all around. Okay, now we got all of the empty trays all laid out everywhere. We're able to do about 25 at a time when I get them all laid out like this. We're going to go one item at a time, and I'm going to start putting that specific item into one of each of the spots on all the calendars. And our first item is actually going to be these abstract stickers from my brand. If you've been a customer of mine for a while, then you might start to recognize some of my designs and original painting. These few designs specifically have all been on my abstract fans for the last couple years. Now you'll get those same designs in sticker form. And they're so itsy bitsy, so you can basically make your own mini abstract gallery wall. I'll wait to see how you guys arrange these on like your water bottles and wherever you like to keep stickers. But I'm so proud and so excited of these. And it's basically guaranteed that as long as you got a fan of one of mine, you'll have a matching sticker in this pack. I am a little bit strategic with, depending on what day these go into one of the calendar boxes, this would either end up being day 1 and this would be day 12, or this would be day 1 and this would be day 12. Because I want the first and last day to be the most exciting of the calendar, I always fill in the corners first. The sticker packs are going to go either in one of the top corners or one of the bottom corners of all of these. And then we're actually going to be putting actual candy too. So then you have a little snack while you open up one of the days. See, now all of them all have one filled in. Now before I start filling in the rest of the spaces, we're going to do the opposite corner. So see how some of these are rotating day 1 or 12. I actually did not get the rest of my stickers in yet. They're the last thing. We're waiting for them to show up tomorrow. So we're actually just not going to put the sticker packs in all of these yet, but we're putting the candy in, so we know we just need to stick the stickers in next. Now our next day is going to be side quest cards. Everybody's going to get 5 of these. I sorted and then randomized all of them myself yesterday. So over here we have the more niche, smaller up and coming artists. And then over here are going to be all of the main artists, main headliners, and familiar names. And then these are just kind of like the fun little side quest ones. So I've been making sure everybody gets 2 of these, 2 of these, and then 1 of these. And then we're doing Skittles with the side quest cards, and then those are just going to go into another day. So then our day 1 and our day 12 are already filled in. And the polls that some of you guys will get on these are going to be insane. I cannot wait to see what everyone gets. And now I'm just going to keep doing that until everything has 2 slots filled in. Okay, amazing. We got our 2 days filled in on all of these now. I want the candy that everyone's getting included in their orders to kind of be even, like every few days, every 4 days. We're going to do the other days that have candy included in them as well. And then we can kind of fill in all the other items between the days that have candy. Ring pops are going to be the next candy included. And these little finger lights are going to be what's included with the ring pop. And I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck are these? Well, they are little tiny projecting lights. This is a cat with a party hat on. Some of them are Christmas related, like this one's a little LED Santa. This one's just a little piece of candy. Another cat in a birthday hat. I believe there's like 10 different varieties and types of these little finger lights. I discovered these earlier this year when I got some dinosaur ones for Lost Lands, and they were such a hit. So I wanted to get a whole variety to put you guys onto. We're going to do 5 of these little finger lights and then a ring pop. Now I'm going to go do that to the rest of those, and I'll be right back. Okay, amazing. We got 3 days all filled in on everything now. Got those ring pops added in. The next item is going to be these iconic croc charms. If you've been a customer of mine in the last few years, then you will definitely recognize these designs as well. These are all by Music Festival stickers, and they match all of his different sticker designs that we've included in the kits over the last like 3 years. Then once we got the croc charms in, we're going to go ahead and put a Nerds Gummy Cluster packet. Then he did send me a bunch of extra business cards, so we're just going to go ahead and tuck one of those kind of in like this. Put on the E4's B3B set, and now I'm going to go do the rest of those. Be right back. All right, we've got 4 days filled in on all of these, which means we're a third of the way done. Now let's go ahead and get our next small business item added in. This year we opted to go with handmade EDM artist sprout clips from a couple of different small businesses this time. So all of these little duck theme sprouts, yes, that is a mini Subtronics little Jessie duck. These are all by Wub Customs. This one's a little BTSM, are you kidding me? Ganja White Knight. These are so good, you guys. And then we have all these guys from Cosmic Muse. Cosmic Muse has the Grizz, Immersive, Excision, Daily Bread, Tate B, Subtronics. They're so good. So I think that means Subtronics is the only artist you could end up double sprouted up with. And I did design these little cards to include in every calendar this year, just so that it names and lists off all the different small businesses that partnered and collaborated on these. So you can go find them and shop from them individually if you weren't able to afford a full calendar, but you're still loving any of the products that we showed off from small businesses. So now I'm just going to go ahead and finish filling these in, and then we'll be back to check in for the next day. Now it's time to move on to our next day. This is going to be our little keychain day. So first we have these little slug fidget keychains. Then we grab one of our little peas in a pod fidget beans, one of our little mini rubber chickens. And yes, they do squeak when you squeeze them the right way. I'm so excited about this day and cannot wait for you guys to see, especially the little rubber chickens. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to go do that to the rest of these and be right back. Now for our next day, we're going to do these light up finger rings. I'm going to go ahead and fill a little basket in them. I'm going to get 4 of them and stick them into one of the days here. And these ones do have multiple light settings, so when you click them onto the next one, they move to a different effect. See? Now, I do wish I had the time to take the plastic off of all of these in advance, but I feel like it is better to prevent getting extra dust on them and stuff so you can keep them safe for gifting to people. But you get the gist, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Next up is going to be our little finger puppets. And there are going to be 4 of these in each one of the days. And now the order of what the items go into the slots doesn't matter, because then they'll actually be all different for every single person. So I'm just going to keep stuffing our little puppets into here, and then we'll check in for the next day. Next up is going to be one of our combo days. So first we're going to do 2 of these little dudes. These are like stretchy little fidgets. Kind of satisfying watching the way that they drop into these. And then we have 3 little slinkies to add it. As you can see, there's a lot of upgrades from last year. Because these were double the price of last year's calendar, there's basically double the items. And we put some variety in a bunch of the days, added actual candy this time, and have all the small businesses incorporated this year. I mean, I don't know how much more I could have upgraded these. I'm very proud compared to last year's. Now, granted, we didn't sell as many, but even selling half as many as we did last year would still be considered just as successful, which we didn't quite sell half of as many, but there's actually still 30 of these available. So go order them while you can. And now I'm going to go ahead and keep finishing all of these. As always, we'll be back to check in on the next day. Next up, we're going to be the infamous pinwheel sprouts. And we do have a couple different styles this year. These are a little tricky to do with one because the packaging itself is actually upgraded from last. So they don't quite fit as perfectly as they did last, but they just take a little bit of finessing to fit in the slot. So let me go add pinwheels and we will be back for the next one. Only 2 more days to fill in on all of these guys. We're going to put 10 of the little finger eyes and then 3 little finger hands. 10 fingers, 3 mini hands. I just got to do that to all these. And then the last item is going to be our emotional support taco, plus these little pop-out affirmation cards. Home stretch though, let's get her done. The emotional support taco. That's really easy. I just find the empty slot and put that guy in. And then like I said, we also have these little pop cards. So we're going to take 2 of these. We're going to tuck them right in there with it. So now all these trays are ready to be boxed up. I'm going to grab our stack of boxes. Then I do like this, kind of set my hand on the inside to make sure that none of the perforated parts rip or anything. And then just come up right here, grab one of our little stickers, stick that there, seal it down, and now the first part of the box is done. But honestly, I'm just going to see it through while I have it right here. And slide them right in, close it like that, and now she just needs another sticker, and she's done. But because I like to do things kind of in a batch style and I don't want to have to be like taking all these extra steps in between, I stick to the same task and see through that task all the way through. So I'm going to basically have a whole stack of these and then I will sticker all of them basically. But then once she's all sealed up and we made sure we closed the tab, we go ahead and bring her right on over here and add it to the stack. So I'm going to go do that off camera for a minute and we'll be right back to check in. And then we'll get a few of these put in their packaging so you can see their start to finish process all the way to getting shipped to the customer. All right, we are officially all packed up. Look at the stack of all of these. Now we're just cutting out our abstract ticket. There's only 10 total abstract tickets. They will be randomly included in some of the advent calendars. So I just need to get those cut. And then we'll get all of these in their poly mailers and start adding in all of our little pack-in cards. Now it is time to print all of our shipping labels. This is one of the most satisfying parts is all the labels printing out. I don't want to show anyone's information, so I'm not going to show them too close, but the labels are printed. I just kind of stage things. We got the calendars here, the mailers right here. Just grab one of our boxes, tuck it into the mailer. Then we'll bring the mailers on over here. And once this table's full, Grab our little pack-in card. We have the North Pole Telegram, which is a little introduction to Plur for people who've never experienced it before with what they can do with all their trinkets. And the card I showed you guys earlier of all the small businesses featured. Then I just kind of tuck them right in this in-between spot right there, so they're right in the front when they open the calendar. And these are all of our abstract tickets. For every batch on this table, I'll grab one random ticket and add it to a random calendar. Then we seal them up and stack them here. They just need shipping labels. So proud.